All right, I know all of you watching the video have bought cards on eBay, and there's always, every once in a while, you'll run across a very kind seller, a thoughtful seller who will send you not only the card that you purchased, maybe it's a $50,000 Michael Jordan hierarchy card, or maybe it's a $80 Ja Morant Chronicles card with some wrapper in the background. But when they send you your card, they also include what in Louisiana we would call lanyap, or what a lot of you in the hobby call filler cards. Basically, just a couple of little extras, right, in quotes, just random raw cards as a courtesy, maybe to help with creating some sturdiness in the package itself, but oftentimes it's just as a kind gesture. Well, sometimes those filler cards can cause big problems if you're a vaulter, and let me show you why that is the case. That's what today's video is about. What happens when a super kind, thoughtful, good Samaritan seller includes filler cards that actually end up costing you as a collector money? That's what today's video is about. I've got a couple of potential solutions to the problem, and I'm also looking to pick your brain in the comments below. So if you've got any ideas, help us all out by posting it in the comments. Enjoy the video. If you've got a bunch of unwanted inventory that you've been sitting on for days, weeks, months, years, ship it to Fanatics Marketplace and let them do all the work. Just make sure when you ship it, you use the promotional code Cajun, all capital letters, C-A-J-U-N. Hey guys, Bryan with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana. Cajun, what are you talking about? How could someone including bonus cards in that you don't even have to pay for, just giving you extra cards in a shipment from maybe a card that you bought on Instagram or a card that you bought on eBay? How could those filler cards cost you money? Well, we're going to talk through that, right? And so, as you guys know, I vault with Fanatics Collect. With Fanatics Collect, you have the ability to store cards in your vault of all shapes and sizes. You can store Rookie of the Year trophies. You can store oversized Interlake Michael Jordan cards. You can store micro Canadian Mini Michael Jordan cards from Skybox Canadian Minis, and you can store raw cards, and you can store graded cards. You can store all sorts of stuff in your Fanatics Collect Vault. Well, oftentimes when you purchase cards, whether it be graded or raw cards, the card that you want arrives at your vault. That's great. It goes to the fine folks. I like to think that they're wearing rubber gloves, and maybe it's like in those cocaine, those cocaine movies where it's a bunch of naked chicks cutting up the cocaine so they can't hide the cocaine. That's what the folks at Fanatics are. No, I'm just kidding. The folks at Fanatics are highly paid professionals on intake. They take your cards, they match it up to your submission, they put it in your vault, they mark it, they make sure nothing's damaged. They take your package in, they mark it, they sign for it if you order a signed package, whatever. But on intake, sometimes not only are you getting the, let's say, PSA 9 and Fuego Michael Jordan card that you ordered, but you're also getting something called filler cards. Let me show you what I'm talking about, because it just recently happened to me, and this is what led to me making this video. You'll see right here there is a card that I did not request. I didn't want this card. This was just a filler card, an extra, a lanyap that was included by the seller on eBay when they shipped me this Harry Kane card, perhaps. I don't even know where the filler card came from because I don't see my packages because they're going straight to my Fanatics Collect Vault, right? So the package arrives at the vault. The intake people take it in. They put the Harry Kane into the vault, into my vault, and they kind of mark it, and they put a submission number, all that great stuff. But they also don't know what to do with this. They don't know if I bought this card or if it was a filler card. So what is Fanatics Collect going to do when they receive a raw card that was sent to my vault address? They're going to charge me $3, and they're going to CGC authenticate it. Well, I started thinking to myself, well, now I'm losing money because of the seller's kind gesture of including extra cards. And then I started thinking to myself, well, thank God the seller didn't include, 12 extra cards. That could have been 36 bucks out of my pocket for this card sitting in my vault that I don't even want in the first place. But as you guys can see, that could be a problem, right? I'm paying $3 for something that I didn't ask for, that I don't want. Now you're wondering, well, that's Fanatics' fault. They shouldn't be authenticating cards that you don't want, that you didn't buy. But if you kind of take a step back and, right, this is something that's very difficult for, at least it is for American citizens to use their brain and to apply logic. It's unduly burdensome. In fact, it's completely unrealistic and just unacceptable to presume that the intake employee at Fanatics Collect, somewhere up in Tigard, Oregon, knows which raw cards I wanted and bought and intended to keep and want authenticated, and which raw cards were just thrown in there by the seller. In fact, this is what is it? It's a select serial numbered to 115 La Liga field level. I might be collecting that set. I might be collecting that particular player. It might be, I've bought $3 cards that I wanted to keep in my vault, and some people have sent me filler cards that were $7 that I don't want in my vault. And so it's just unduly burdensome and unreasonable to expect the folks at Fanatics Collect to be mind readers to know which cards to authenticate and which cards not to authenticate. But you can see the potential problem if there was, let's say, 14 filler cards. Well, that's $42 coming out of my pocket for a bunch of crap in my vault that I don't want. Okay, so that's worst case scenario. Again, not fair to expect Fanatics to do anything about it. What can we do about it? What can I do about it? What can Cajun Cardboard, Bryan, do about this right here? Well, there's a couple of things. The first thing you can do is if you're purchasing something on eBay, and this may be too much. It depends on how much you purchase, right? It depends on what your volume is. If you're buying 100 items a day, this is probably going to be, to use another legal term again, unduly burdensome. It's going to be unrealistic to expect me to do this, but you can always message your seller and say, hey, do me a favor, please don't add any filler cards into your shipment. Just ship me the Giannis card that I wanted to purchase and don't put anything else in there. Of course, you could head it off at the pass. That's a very preemptive message that you could send to the seller. I would be very polite about it, please, because I will get charged. If you don't mind, please don't include any fillers. What percentage of sellers include fillers? Maybe 5%. I don't know. 5% of people maybe put the extra cards in there. It's kind of fun when you get them and they're, delivered to you personally. But when it's going to your vault, as you can see, it can cause problems. It can cost you money. So one thing you can do is message your eBay seller and say, look, as a courtesy, I'm just giving you a heads up. Please don't include any filler cards in there because my vault company that you're shipping this package to is going to charge me $3 for every one of those cards. So that's one thing. The next thing you can do is you can just create a submission and ask Fanatics Collect not to authenticate and not to CGC authenticate your card and charge you the $3. Well, what are you talking about, Cajun? Well, here's the deal. So let's say I purchased a card on eBay. I'm going to switch you over to this screen. You got to trust me. Behind my fat face up here in the top right corner of your screen, there's a little circle and it has BD in the middle. That's my initials, BD. I'm going to click on that circle. Can you see the drop down? There's your drop down. I'm going to go to this second line that says right here, you can see where my cursor is, my submissions. I'm going to click that. It's going to take me to my submissions page right here. And you'll see I've got all sorts of submissions. These are all the cards that came in. By the way, this is where you can go and add your promo code if you choose to. So watch what I do. What promo code do you think I'm going to use? Let's just try this one and see if it works. Boom, apply it. Did it work? Yes, look up here. Vault promo added successfully. Okay, enough of that. I was just paying some bills right there. Forget the promo code. Let's go back. Okay, so here we are. What I wanted to show you was, wanted to go up here and click on this button up here in the top left that says create submission. So let's say I bought a 2013 Giannis Prism green color match BGS 9.5 rookie card on eBay, right? That card's coming in, and this super kind, thoughtful seller put 4 filler cards in there, all right? And I don't know what the filler cards are. I don't know if you put 4 or 2 or 1 or none, but I'm going to go create a submission anyway. So I'm going to create a submission. What are you submitting? I am submitting this. Now, keep in mind, I am not submitting it. This is a purchase that I made on eBay that I'm having shipped to my Fanatics vault, so I don't pay state sales tax, so I don't have to take it in because I'm going to send it to my vault anyway. So when I purchase cards on eBay that are graded that I intend to keep in my collection, or I intend to sell on Fanatics at a later date or sell on the Fanatics Buy It Now marketplace, I ship them straight to the vault. There's no reason for them to be shipped down here to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, where the Gators can eat them. So if I've shipped this green Giannis color match rookie card, it is an authenticated trading card and a small slabbed item. Yes, it is. So I'm going to click there. Do I want to put it in the auction? No, it's my baby. I love it. It's color match. It's not enough to be in the premier auction anymore. It used to be. It's not anymore. I just want to do vault archival. So there will be no processing fees for items greater than $50. None. There is a $3 one-time processing fee for items valued $50 or less. Well, here's the deal. My Giannis is a green color match rookie card. Yeah, it's come down in value from 2021. I can't put it in the premier auction because it's not a $10,000 card anymore. But guess what? It's more than $50. So I'm paying nothing. So free vault, free storage for life for my Giannis, right? So I'm going to click archive only, and then I'm going to click next. Here is where it gets down to the nitty gritty, right? And so how many items are in your submission? One card is in my submission, just the Giannis. So let's say hypothetically there's 3, hockey cards in there that were included as fillers, just because the seller did it for whatever reason. What is the estimated value? I'll put in the value of my Giannis card. Let's just say it's $5,000. And then this right here is the trick. This is the second way. Number one is messaging your seller on eBay and saying, hey, don't send the fillers. Here's the other one. Fanatics, please do not CGC authenticate any raw cards included in this submission. Destroy them. I am only seeking to vault archive the 2013 Giannis Prism Green rookie card BGS 9.5. Any other cards included are not by my request, and I am instructing you to please not authenticate them. You only get 250 characters, but you guys get the point. Basically, Fanatics, don't do it, man. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Don't charge me whatever. And then, by the way, what is this? A promotional code? Use the promo code Cajun to support this Cajun Cardboard YouTube channel so you get more great videos like this. All capital letters, CAJUN. That's it, guys. That's the only purpose of this video. This is just a way to sort of try to circumvent the unnecessary $3 charge. Now, look, here's the deal. It's not the end of the world. I didn't catch it on that last one because I didn't create a submission. So the card showed up. They put the Harry Kane in my vault, but they didn't see this select purple pink thing or whatever it was, filler card. They went ahead and CGC authenticated it. So I lose $3. But guess what? I didn't pay sales tax on the Harry Kane. So that's like, $1,000 card. So I saved, $90 on that. So I pay 3, but I save 90. So I'm a net 87 savings, whatever, man. It is what it is, but you guys get the point. If there's a way to avoid the $3 fee, man, in this market, in this economy, in this world that we live in, every dollar counts. And that's $3 you can go out there and spend on your favorite player the next time you buy a card off of Fanatics. That's it. That's the end of the video. Just showing you a way to get around these filler cards and how something that is intended to be a good thing and a gift and a courtesy can end up being a little detrimental and cost you a little bit of money in the long run. But there are 2 ways that I've provided to suggest that you can kind of get around that. So hopefully this video helps you guys. If you've got any other ideas on how to prevent this from happening, let me know. I've talked to the powers that be at Fanatics. They're getting in tens of hundreds of thousands of cards every day. There's just no way they can read your mind and know what's a filler and what you intended to keep. I mean, there's people that keep their entire vintage sets up there. And if they get 12 1973 Topps baseball, commons, they don't know if those are fillers or if you're just trying to put the whole set together. So there's just no way you can rely on them to make the decision about what you do and don't want to be authenticated. And they certainly can't pick up the phone or send a message and ask every person every time a card shows up, did you want this card? Did you want this card? There's just no way, right? So it's on you. It's on us. We've got to do the due diligence and do the work. And here's 2 great ways to prevent this from happening. Thank you guys as always for watching. Keep collecting. Stay positive in the hobby. Don't forget that promo code Cajun if you're going to submit your cards to Fanatics, CAJUN, and peace.